So welcome to my car, welcome to this video. I'm going to show you how I rev match a downshift. So to downshift and rev match, there's really 3 steps that you need to do. And you probably already know what all 3 of them are. And you probably know how to do all 3 of them. If you're watching this video, you don't know how to rev match downshift. It's probably because you just don't know the timing, or it's because you just don't have the muscle memory yet. So the first step is just to shift to neutral, let the clutch out, then you rev the engine. Then you shift into the lower gear you're trying to get into. That's how I downshift. That's how I rev match downshift. The first thing I do, I shift to neutral and I let the clutch out. What that's going to do is it's going to let the engine match the speed of the transmission for me. That way when I rev up the engine, I'm not just spinning up the engine, I'm also spinning up the transmission, you know. That way when I shift into the lower gear I'm trying to get into, that way it just engages the gear. I'm going to shift into 6th gear here. Now this is a 5-speed, my 6th gear is just neutral. I'm not going to use the gas pedal, but I'm not going to use the brake pedal either in 6th gear. I'm just going to let it coast down here in neutral. So I'm in neutral right now, so I'm going to downshift from 6th to 5th. So what I'm going to do, I'm in neutral already, that's already taken care of. I'm just going to rev the engine, and then after I rev the engine, I'm just going to shift into 5th. So I'm going to rev the engine, and so I kind of got my foot hovering over the clutch pedal. I got my hand hovering over the shifter. I'm like ready to go, right? So here I'm thinking about downshifting in the 3rd. So I kind of got my feet ready to go. First I'm going to shift into neutral, and I'm going to rev the engine and shift in the 3rd. I'm going to shift into 6th gear here, which is just neutral. I'm going to slow down a little bit. So when I'm going into 6th gear, from 6th gear to 5th gear, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to shift into neutral, just like I'm at now. Then I'm going to rev the engine. That's step 2. Step 2 is rev the engine. Then I'm going to put my hand on the shifter. I'm going to push the clutch in. I'm going to shift into 5th gear or whatever. So here to this red light, I'm just going to be in 5th gear, and I'm just gonna leave it in 5th gear. I'm not using any gas right now. I'm going to use the brakes. All right, it's about to stall out, so now I'm going to push the clutch in. I'm ready to go into 2nd, now I'm ready to go into 1st. I could have gone into, I could have downshifted there, but I didn't have to. I just didn't want to. There's just no point. Like, it's just a bunch of work and it's not really getting me a whole lot. Just to recap, when I rev match downshift, my 3 steps are, I'm going to shift to neutral. I'm just going to rev the engine, that's step 2. Then step 3, I'm just going to shift into the lower gear, right? So clutch, shift, clutch. So same thing here, right? We're going to go into 5th, we're going to 6th gear here for a little bit. And in a little bit, I'm going to downshift from 6th gear to 5th gear. So I'm in neutral, right? So that's already step 1. Then I'm going to rev the engine, and then pretty quick after that, I'm going to shift into 5th gear. So it's not difficult. Probably the hardest part about rev matching is just how much do you rev the engine, right? So if you rev the engine too much, that's gonna happen. You're gonna lurch back in your seat. If you don't rev the engine enough, you're gonna get shoved forwards. So it just takes practice, right? So I've downshifted enough in this car, a car that was just like it. I used to have a 94 Accords just like this car. I pretty much know how much pressure to put on the gas pedal at any given point to get the engine up to the amount of speed that I want. I should really downshift in the third here. I mean, there's no cops or anything. We're gonna upshift in the sixth here. There better not be any cops. I guess we're gonna find out if there were some. So in a little bit, I'm gonna downshift from 6th on the 5th. So I'm gonna shift to neutral. I'm gonna rev the engine and clutch shift clutch. If I rev the engine too little, it's gonna kind of buck forwards a little bit. If I rev the engine too much, I'm gonna lurch backwards. If I rev the engine just right, when I let that clutch out, it's just gonna be nice and super smooth. So it's really not complicated. You just have to get in your car and just have to practice it, right? So the first thing you do is you shift into neutral, then you rev the engine, and then you clutch shift clutch, just engage the gear. So in here, I can see the red light. I am slowing down in neutral, but okay. I'm probably gonna have to downshift here again. This traffic is just barely moving. Okay. I'm gonna use a little bit of brakes, but you can see I'm in gear while I'm on the brakes. I'm ready to go to third here if I need to, which I probably won't. I'm probably gonna go straight to fourth. So that's just how I shift. I have a commercial driver's license, so it's very rare nowadays, but sometimes I do still drive a non-synchronized transmission. So a lot, obviously I single clutch when I go up in my car, but I kind of just downshift the same way. It's very rare that I drive a non-synchronized transmission anymore. Most of them are automatics now. What I want you to realize is that I'm in 5th gear right now. I'm at about 1800 RPM. Like if I want to go to 4th gear, I know I need to get higher than that. Probably not a lot higher, probably not 3000 RPM, definitely not 4000 RPM. But I know if I want to get to 4th gear, I need to go higher than that. 3rd gear, yeah, I might need 3000, maybe 4000 RPM to get to 3rd gear. 2nd gear, man, I might be 5000 RPM to get to 2nd gear right now, because just look how fast I'm going. I'm going 40 miles an hour. So what you need to realize is that the lower gear you want to go, the more revs you need. So like I can go to 4th gear here. I didn't really need that many revs. But another thing you want to realize is that like I'm in 5th gear, 1700 RPM, like at this speed and this gear, I'm always going to be doing this RPM. I don't recommend you look at the tachometer. Like I actually learned how to rev match on a car that didn't have a tachometer. I learned how to rev match on like a 94 Civic DX, no tach. So you can just listen to the engine. You kind of feel your foot. I mean, feel the lurching, right? If you lurch forwards, you did not give it enough gas. You did not rev it enough. If you lurch backwards, you gave it too much. So you just kind of want to be smooth with the clutch to start with until you really get the hang of it. But it just takes muscle memory, right? It just takes muscle memory, it just takes practice. So it's 3 easy steps to rev match downshift a car. First, you just go to neutral, and then you rev the engine, and then clutch shift clutch, just like you normally would, right? Just with a faster clutch, because you already used the gas a little bit. Why would you rev match downshift? Well, here's why I rev match downshift, because it's fast and it's smooth. I mean, you saw a lot of those downshifts I did back there. Like, if I didn't rev match, they would have been completely herky-jerky. Like, that was just as smooth as glass. That was a little bit rough because I gave it too much revs, but I mean, if I didn't use the clutch, it would have been way rougher there. And I'm gonna leave it in gear. Look at that. I'm gonna leave it in gear. Now I'm gonna push the clutch in, because if I waited any longer than that, I would have stalled. I wait as long as possible because it's just gonna save the brake pads. You're gonna push the clutch in anyways. The later you push the clutch, the more you save your brake pads, right? You just don't want to stall the engine. Once again, the steps to a rev match downshift, just shift to neutral, and then rev the engine, and then clutch shift clutch. The timing is going to be the thing that gets you, right? So between neutral and revving the engine, that can take as long as possible, but after you rev the engine, you really want to clutch shift clutch really fast. So the longer you wait to clutch shift clutch, the lower the RPM gets, and then the rougher it's gonna be. So like kind of break it up. Like step 1, shift to neutral. Okay, step 1's done. Then put your hand over the shifter, put your foot over the clutch, clutch shift clutch. Then you're gonna be good to go. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.